This is Greg Shackleton, a television journalist from Channel 7 Australia. He and his crew, and another Australian crew from Channel 9, set out to get proof that the Indonesian invasion had secretly begun. There were 5 of them, including 2 Britons. If they could expose Indonesia's clandestine operation, international pressure might stop it. They drove to the coastal town of Balibo, where Indonesian ships had been sighted. This was Greg Shackleton's last report, the day before he was murdered.
Why, they ask, are the Indonesians invading us? Why, they ask, if the Indonesians believe that Frettleton is communist, do they not send a delegation to Dili to find out? Why, they ask, are the Australians not helping us? When the Japanese invaded, they did help us. Why, they ask, are the Portuguese not helping us? We're still a Portuguese colony. Who, they ask, will pay for the terrible damage to our homes? We look like being the last people left in the town. In the meantime, we've daubed our house with the word Australia in red and the Australian flag. We're hoping it will afford us some protection. This is Greg Shackleton for 7 National News at Balibo.
There's witnesses who've said they heard the Australian journalists shouting, "Australian journalists non-combat." Then they said they heard fire and there was no more sound.
What happened to Greg and his companions?
I don't know whether it happened to Greg or which of the 5, but the majority of them were hung up by their feet. Their sexual organs were removed and pushed into their mouths. They were stabbed with the short throwing knives that the Indonesian soldiers carry, and it isn't known whether they asphyxiated or whether they bled to death or whether some of them got stabbed in the heart and died quickly. The feeling was that because this is quite a common way to punish people in East Timor, bodies are often found this way, and so the Timorese have a fair idea that it takes a long time. They asphyxiate usually.
Did the Australian government ever protest to the Indonesian government for the deaths of Greg and his companions?
They claim that they asked...
Publicly protest?
No, they asked diplomatic questions, which allowed them to get diplomatic answers.